Okay, another vaping study. In this case, it is something that's rather disturbing. If I read this correctly, what it's saying is that while e-cigarettes may have helped a lot of people quit, uh, they actually cause many more people to start smoking than they help quit, right? So the net impact of e-cigarettes may be more smokers. If that's true, that's really disturbing. So let's take a look at this and see what we can find out about. The first thing we might first stop might be to look at this and see if they have a Wikipedia page. And what we find is that the Wikipedia page probably isn't going to be much help here. It says that the article contains content that's written like an advertisement. And sometimes these things at the top of a Wikipedia page are old, right? Sometimes they're outdated, March 2009. But in this case, it's a relatively recent comment. And we can see when we look at this page that the comment still pertains to the page. That as we go through this page, we don't see any footnotes. It looks like a lot of this stuff may have just come from the center's website. That doesn't say anything about the center. It just means that this Wikipedia page is probably not as helpful to us as it might otherwise be. Let's put that aside. Let's take a look at the lead researcher here. So we could look at the news around this and see how many people are covering this study. We see the New York Post in there. But what we're really interested in is what is his scholarly reputation. So we're going to hit scholar here and we are going to look into the Google citations. And when we do that, what we find is that this is actually a fairly heavily cited researcher who does look at risk profiles for various things, cancer incidence, mortality, lives lost, and in fact has at least some research here that goes back to 2002, multiple tobacco product use going back to 2014. So these citations, the level of citations, the level of history that this person has, this is what expertise looks like. And it doesn't mean that this person is right. It just means that this is something that we would want to take seriously. Now, I didn't find anything on who funded the study. I mean, if we were lucky, hopefully it's funded by the National Institute of Health or some less interested party than, say, industry or something like that. And keep in mind what we said with the previous video. If we are looking at things funded by advocacy groups and in industry, and we're starting to see a disconnect between things funded by that and things funded from other sources, again, that should ring alarm bells as we start to go through our research process. If, on the other hand, we're finding consensus between studies that have widely different funding sources, then that should be a bit reassuring to us. No single thing here is determinative. It's just all stuff that you want to keep in mind.